Hello loves, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elwin for those that don't know me, and I may also be called Love. So either of those work, and this channel is to actually be just that, a channel for messages and to open up conversations around life, spirituality, and like divine purpose in life and anything else that is relevant for you during your journey. So I have already opened up 2 different readings today and felt the prompting again here just before I'm getting ready for bed to do another reading. This day seems to be I seem to have really been in touch with a masculine energy that needs to be shared. And I had already started shuffling and found some cards to pop out pretty quickly. And there seems to be some different themes within this reading. So there is potential for this to be the same masculine energy that has come up in our last couple readings, but this may also be a different masculine energy. And I just want to remind you that we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. So this can be a reference to your internal masculine energy, but it also could be a masculine energy of another person, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they are masculine presenting. So the first card that came up right away here actually tipped me in the direction that this may be connected to the masculine energy that we have already been receiving messages for, because there are some themes here of jealousy and selfishness. So there have been a few warnings about the role that this masculine energy is playing in your life and how it may be a concern at this time while you are leaning more into and expanding more into your like higher energy and divine purpose. And I'm getting a feeling that there may be some jealousy with this person, but this may not actually be the same person from the readings recently, because I'm getting a feeling that this is not necessarily ill-intended. The last reading that I did had much more of a warning tone to it, whereas this one, there is some similarity here with some jealousy of you moving into your higher power. And I'm also hearing throat chakra, so I'm not super familiar with the chakras, but I do know that can be symbolic of just like speaking in general. Coincidentally, I actually have a sore throat right now, so I don't know if any of that is like resonating with any of you, but I am sensing that there may be some stuckness in this masculine energy's throat chakra, and also potential for their jealousy of your throat chakra. I get a feeling that you may be a person that tends to feel empowered and has been actually more recently becoming much more empowered to use your voice to speak up and say what is on your mind. I mean, it seems that you have always tended to be that person, but as of lately, as you have been shedding these layers, that seems to be a recurring theme, shedding layers. So that likely is going to speak to many of you, but as you are shedding your layers, you are feeling more empowered to speak up about things because you know deeper in your soul that something is right or wrong, and you are more willing to stand on firm ground when you speak up. So that may be where some of this jealousy is coming from, and some selfishness. I'm getting a feeling that this masculine energy, especially if this is related to our last reading, they tend to be a bit more self-focused, that they have maybe tended to be a bit more of a lone wolf, and like have needed to use this selfishness to like care for themselves and look out for themselves. It seems that they have not had many people looking out for them, so they have felt this protectiveness around themselves and needing to stay self-focused with their time and their energy. So that may be where this card is coming from. So if that is resonating for you, then I recommend actually listening to this last reading and seeing if any more of those messages are like resonating for you, since this has been a day-long manifestation of this masculine energy. I've never done 3 readings in a day, so another thing that I wanted to point out here with this first card that we drew, I actually didn't even say it, was the Queen of Pentacles. It tends to come with a very maternal energy, and I actually was feeling that this is something that you tend to lean into. And a maternal energy doesn't necessarily mean that you are a mother or that you are like a woman presenting or female presenting person. But this maternal energy like often can be likened to just a caretaking, soft, loving energy. And I really got a feeling that that is the type of energy that you have. And I feel this juxtaposition here within the two aspects of this reading so far, is that you have much more of a giving and caretaking energy, whereas this masculine energy seems to be a bit more self-focused. And I'm curious if there's any connection there with that jealousy and your maternal caretaking energy. But some direction that I received was actually to encourage self-care at this time, to try to direct that energy inward. That seems to be really essential in general, but especially in these contexts where you are engaging with energies that are a bit more self-focused. I know that givers tend to give abundantly, especially if you are feeling in a place of abundance, that you are very much willing to pour into other people's cups. And there could be a caution here for some of you that you need to use your intuition when you are choosing to give to people, and knowing like what is reciprocal, and that can come in many shapes and forms. So use your intuition on that just being mindful of how much energy is being exchanged between you and the people around you. And let's see, what else am I noticing here? I noticed that there was actually a shift in this reading with these cards. So that may just be a little bit of it could either be a connection to the previous reading about this masculine energy, or it could be just a different side to this person. I was noticing that there was a little bit of juxtaposition even within this person, that there was kind of an outward coldness and an inward warmth. So if this is the same person, then the shift in this reading is going to give you a bit more insight of their internal world. But if this is actually a different energy for you, then this is just a bit more bit more insight of who this person is, as opposed to this last reading where it was a warning, because this does feel like a good energy that we are receiving, and the last reading was very much a warning of the way that this person was interacting with you. So use your intuition on what to take from this reading. But this next card, we have the King of Cups, which is already a pretty interesting card. Here in my my tarot deck, it's actually called Midnight Magic. It's a deck of mushrooms, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the scientific name of this mushroom, but it can be known as like the king that reigns over the forest floor with a subdued aura. And it was really interesting when I was like looking into this card here, and like gathering and understanding of it, like the energy that I felt was just a very gentle, warm, steady energy, which makes a lot of sense because this card can be known for being diplomatic, balanced, and fatherly. So this fatherly may be tied to this already being a masculine energy. This could, for some of you, be insight into this either being a father figure in your life, whether that's for you or a father figure if you have children, or even like animals or fur babies. They may be a father figure in some regards, but it may also just be a fatherly energy, especially because we just touched on your maternal energy. This could be really the yin and yang here, that this masculine energy is the fatherly to your maternal. And the diplomatic and balanced really seems to encompass this very steady, sure, quiet, but leading energy, that there is really a sense of calm and coolness, and especially like a very well controlled energy where they are really in control of their emotions and impulses. And if this is connected to the masculine energy that we've been tapping into, for those of you that it is, this could explain why they seem to have a really cool energy around them, when they have warmth inward, that they appear to be so cool in their energy externally because they are so in control of their emotions and impulses. But I got a very gentle and warm energy from that. So I do believe that if this is the same energy from the last reading, that you, those warnings would be things that you need to be mindful of if this person does not outgrow the place that they are in their life. That is the difficult thing as you are growing into your higher vibrations and moving into your higher purpose. You are going to be outgrowing people, even if you can see their higher vibrations at times as they move in and out of being in touch with their higher selves. You are going to be aware that it is there and actually build a relationship with their higher self because of that. And for those of you who if this is a new person coming into your life, it may be that you are actually already having a relationship with their higher self, like their soul from the spiritual realm. So for those of you that this is a new person, I am getting a very good feeling about this person in your life. I'm not sure to what extent they're going to play a role, but I do think this initial exploration of the jealousy and selfishness is not something that you need to necessarily shy away from. I would say, like, explore with your intuition on what that could mean and how that can affect where you're at in your life and what feels aligned. So this last card here was the Six of Wands, and this was another interesting card. I really realized that there was a big shift in the reading, especially once I got to this card, because it can often be symbolic of celebration and progress and pure appreciation. And at first I felt a bit of confusion because I really wasn't expecting the reading to shift this way compared to the last reading, but I really got this feeling that if this person is aligned in your life, you are going to feel them not just joining in on your celebration of your progress, but they are going to go out of their way to acknowledge and celebrate your progress. There was a few things actually more related to this time of change that you have been in this time of growth and exploration. It can be a bit scary to depart from familiar things, but it can often bring really great experiences and rewards and blessings in your life. So there is this encouragement to celebrate the new experiences that you are having. And sorry, I'm just helping my dog. Give me 1 second. I do believe that my dog is, the interruption is a confirmation that these things are spiritually aligned here and are a confirmation of the guidance that you are receiving at this time. Another thing that really stuck out about this card was this harmony. It really felt like it was another way of communicating this alignment, that this masculine energy that is either already in your life or coming into your life is going to be moving with ease, is what I'm hearing. That not because there is like an overly familiar or overly confident, is really what I was meaning to say, like way about them. It's more that there's going to be such alignment that you are going to move very fluidly with this person. There won't be a lot of resistance, and I feel like that is one of those incredible ways that you get confirmation that they are somebody who's aligned for you and meant to be in your life. There's also just like the general like interpretation here of this like celebration of how far you have come and what you have achieved, and a sense of gratitude and encouragement to express that gratitude to the people who have helped you along the way. And this masculine energy, if it's already in your life, may have already been like helping you in this journey and showing some alignment there by celebrating you. And I actually wanted to do another quick shuffle to see if there's anything else that jumped out. I believe I had both these cards earlier, which I believe is another confirmation that this is likely the same masculine energy that we've been speaking on, which is really interesting. So if that resonates for you, that this is the same masculine energy that we did a reading on earlier, there was a lot of warnings and a bit of a heavier overtone with this reading, that there was deceit and like manipulation happening, and that they were either currently or going to be siphoning off of your energy as you are expanding and growing. I definitely encourage you to go back and listen to that reading, because it had a ton of insight into it. But so I am like seeing this confirmation of these cards coming up again about the same masculine energy. So it seems there is a shift. Either there's a shift in this masculine's energy, or there's potential for it. Use your intuition to know what is right for you. If if this is a shift in his energy, going from this lower vibration of deceit and manipulation and even potentially siphoning off your energy, this shift means he's moving into his higher vibration here, because I'm seeing the reoccurring theme of this purple color, which is a sign of royalty, and ties right back to this King of Cups and being the subdued aura like king that reigns over the forest. So his higher self, if it is a sign of his change, he's moving into his higher self. If it is not a sign of change for this masculine energy, then that just means there is potential for him. It's still about his higher self. So this purple is symbolic of his royal higher self. He is, and I'm saying he, it doesn't mean it has to be a him, but I do have a feeling that it is a male, that this masculine energy is also meant to be I'm hearing the divine king to your divine queen, if you are a female presenting or identifying person, but is also just potential for the, I wanted to give the clarification here that it could be speaking to anybody, but I do believe that this is for my divine feminines out there. So I'm not going to clarify that any further. That is symbolic of this yin and yang, this maternal and the fatherly. It does seem like this is a harmonious union here between the two of you that is not just divine in its foretelling, but actually in that you are, not to sound like a young person, but like it's giving power couple, like you both have immense divine purposes in your life, and if you can both meet together and be aligned, you will bring into this world, oh, that's so interesting that's the phrase that's coming through here. You are bringing something into this, you have this potential to bring something into this world. I don't think it's contingent on this divine masculine. I am hearing that if this divine masculine is not already in their higher self or moving into their higher self, that you will find the right divine masculine to accompany you bringing this into this world. But what is incredible is it is like communicating to me here that you are on the precipice of bringing incredible things into this world, and I'm getting the impression that this is actually connected to this maternal and fatherly energy. So I'm not sure if you already have kids or if you were to end up bringing children into this world, but it could also mean that you are meant to like mother and father people. That could be in a fostering way, or I'm also just getting in a way where you are showing up in your divine maternal energy and they are showing up in their divine fatherly energy, and they are able to, you both are able to divinely parent the people around you. I'm hearing to heal the collective's inner children. It seems like there is, oh, I just got this, oh, this feeling like crying. This has a very special energy to it. It is very sweet and pure. I am getting the sense that you have been working with your own inner child. And if this divine masculine is moving into or is already moved into his higher self, he will have been likely doing this inner child loving and healing as well. And I think for some of you that is what is going to be the foundation of what you are bringing into this world. It's going to be connected to that. That may not speak to all of you. We all have different divine purposes, so there may be a different divine purpose for some of you, but that hyper specific part of it is definitely true for some of you, and I'm so excited to hear about it. I do hope that you come back and tell me about the things that you all are bringing into this world as you stay connected to your higher self. I'm seriously so excited. Okay, so a few more themes here that I do want to point out is, this purple is coming from this Seven of Swords, and something that really jumps out to me here is actually that not all of the mushrooms in this picture are purple, and I'm hearing that this is depicting that not everyone around you is or is going to be in touch with their higher selves, or at least not all of the time. And I'm seeing these purple mushrooms. They must be symbolic of being in touch with your higher self. They tend to be a bit higher than the ones that are not purple. So I do believe that is just representing that you are going, because you have this higher self and this higher divinity in your perspective, that you are going to be able to recognize when somebody is in touch with their higher selves. And I'm feeling a caution here that doesn't necessarily always mean you need to be the bridge that helps people reach their higher selves. So use your intuition of those that are calling to you from their higher selves, of those who you are meant to work with if they are not currently in their higher selves. So there are two ways that this Lost card can be sending a message here, and I do think at least one, but both of them may be relevant for you here. This was another one that came up in an earlier reading today, but this divine masculine that we have been tapping into here is actually, with this Knight of Pentacles, has shown that he can be a hard worker and is actually quite intelligent and has a lot of patience, which feels very similar to this fatherly, balanced, diplomatic energy. And these are all characteristics that really align with a higher self and a leader of divine purposes. The potential here in this card could be a warning of a bit of disorganization and potentially risky investment here. That may be if you are already in touch with your higher purpose. There may be some guidance here as it was earlier. This may be just a reinforcement of needing to be intentional with making steps in your higher purpose. Not that you necessarily have the whole higher purpose already manifested to you or communicated to you, but that the step or the steps that have already been made clear to you in your higher purpose, to be mindful in the ways that you are planning and setting goals in your higher purpose. There is a lot of responsibility that comes with bringing your higher purpose into fruition. So there is just potential that this is a reminder of that. But I do believe that most of what this Knight of Pentacles is communicating here is this continuation of this description of our divine masculine here, of a hard worker who's very patient and quite competent here, and especially noteworthy that he will be the type of partner who's going to be lifting you up, and you are already lifting yourself up and you're already raising your vibrations here, but they will be an additional way of raising your vibrations and bringing you to a higher level of, I'm hearing, consciousness. So that's going to definitely speak to some of you who are especially on this journey of awakening. This seems to be like it is likely a romantic energy if you are not already with a partner. If you are single, I do get the feeling that this is likely a romantic energy, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be. So if that doesn't resonate for you, this may be somebody that you are going to partner with during your divine purpose in this next stage of your life. So these are some really great signs. This balanced, diplomatic, stable, in control of their emotions and impulses, having a bit of a reigning, like kingly, fatherly aura to them. They lift you up, they encourage you and celebrate you. All of these things that we've been discussing, this patience, all that, all of these descriptors, these are going to be things that you can use as confirmation that this masculine energy was sent into your life for a reason. And I'm hearing it is most likely because they are meant to help you bring your divine purpose into this world and execute it to potentially its completion, depending on their role. So this has been such a beautiful journey. I do believe, for how many readings I've done so far, that there's going to be more to tap into here. But that is all the time that we have today. I try not to keep you too long. So go ahead and just drop any questions in the comments or anything else that you'd like further clarification on. I know that there's always a lot that goes into a reading. So if there's anything else that you are looking for more, looking into, then I'm more than happy to do that on your part. And just continue to give me those likes and comments, or just your general sending of energy to me, so that way when I am doing these readings, I can be a bit more in touch with your energy, so that way I can give the messages that are meant for you. And as we part ways, as always, I'm going to be sending you with so much love and the biggest hug, if you would like a hug at this time. And I'm so much looking forward to the next reading. I love you all, and I'm very grateful for you.